Welcome to Integration Excellence, the podcast around enterprise integration and interface management. We explore topics related to integration in the SAP world and beyond. My name is Adam Kivon. I am an SAP integration expert, book author, trainer, and founder of White Paper Interface Design. Enjoy! Yeah, welcome to another episode of Integration Excellence. Today, very SAP flavored, SAP minded with Udo Paltzer. So welcome, Udo.
Thank you, Adam.
Great to have you. Great to have you here.
Yes.
And for those who don't know Udo, Udo is the senior product manager for SAP Integration Suite. So he is the face of SAP when it comes to integration topics. Yeah. So probably everyone, not only in Europe but also in the US, know Udo. Very likely also you've been also to Asia, Udo. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm honored and happy to have you here for another session. And yeah, today's session is about AI topics, of course. So AI is around everywhere, but I wanted to use this opportunity to make a little deep dive into AI topics and AI capabilities of SAP Integration Suite. So yeah, that's really great. And we just met the last 2 days in Hamburg, Udo, right? So there have been the SAP user group, DSAG, technology days in Hamburg. So there was also a slot where you presented the recent innovations, the recent features which have been delivered, and also what's on the roadmap. But let me start with, first of all, congratulating you to becoming again the leader on the top right of the Magic Quadrant from Gartner.
Thank you, Adam.
So it's not automatic that you always once you are getting there, you always
Yes.
stay there. I think we have seen that last year when MuleSoft was pushed to the side out of this
Yes.
desirable area, top right, right?
Yes.
I guess they are back now, but SAP
Yes.
remained there for the last, I don't know, 6 years.
6 times, yes. Now it's the 6th time in a row. Yes, exactly,
Wow.
Adam. It's
Wow.
not a given. Every year
Yeah.
also Gartner changes their criteria. Like in the IoT times, you had to have a lot of IoT capabilities. Now in the times of AI, you need to deliver a lot of AI features. So it's not a given. Every year it's a new game.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, true. And then this needs to be reshaped, and the capabilities are changed. Yeah. So and AI is the main topic. Yeah. So
Yes.
we had a session about AI in the SAP context, talking about what is AI, what is Joule, what are agents, and so on. And we won't repeat that again. So I would like to really focus on what are the major capabilities here when it comes to AI in the integration. And Udo, I think also yesterday you've been presenting this very well in terms of 2 categories, right? One is AI for integration, and the other is integration for AI. So yeah, let's maybe start with one of each. So yeah, shall I guide you through and then you tell me what it is, or
Yeah, I can also start. Yes, no, all good. Yeah, all
okay.
good. But thank you, Adam, also from my side again that I can join another podcast with you. I'm also honored and always happy to join here, and
Thanks.
always happy to give an update. And as you rightly mentioned, also we are 6th time nominated, a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant. It's every year a new game, new criteria. So it's not a given. We are very happy. And what helped us definitely is our AI investments. So the entire world goes AI, and we already leverage AI for many years actually. In Integration Suite, what is new now is Gen AI to use like natural language, Joule, for example, or any other prompt in using natural language to generate integration flows, for example. And
Mhm.
also in the world of agentic AI, it's not only important to have features within Integration Suite, which use AI features for mapping proposals or iFlow proposals, but also use Integration Suite as the tool or platform to integrate with AI agents, govern these AI agents, secure the AI agents
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
AI specific policies, for example, that you control the prompt that is given to an LLM, for example, governance, that you
Mhm.
control the number of tokens that will be used
Mhm.
in your organization to integrate with a certain AI agent. So also Gartner clearly expects that an iPaaS plays a major role in also driving, enabling
Mhm.
agentic use cases. So with the MCP protocol,
Mhm.
we
Mhm.
provide, which we already have in Integration Suite in beta. It will be released around the Sapphire timeframe. That also the iPaaS integrates with the AI agent. So for us, nothing better can happen. It's yet another stakeholder for us. And after all these cloud applications, our B2B and government
Mhm.
integrations, the AI agents is yet another piece of a set of backend applications and AI agents that you integrate. Difference, of
Mhm.
course, these are non-deterministic approaches, the AI
Mhm.
agents, of course, but they also need to be called via APIs and
Mhm.
via a specific communication protocol, which is MCP.
Mhm.
Currently, at least, it looks like MCP is the major communication protocol, also according to Gartner and also to our competitors in the market. There's also other
Mhm.
protocols, A to A, not application to application, but agent to agent integration, where
Yeah.
Google and SAP also invest, but it's still in early phase, still experimental phase, not yet
Yeah.
established in the market. So MCP. So
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
clearly, as you also say, Adam, so we have not only AI features within the integration suite, but we also provide with integration suite the enabler to integrate, orchestrate, and govern the integration with the AI agents and LLMs, for
Mm-hmm.
example.
Okay, okay. So maybe
Mhm.
let's step back and go
Mhm.
towards. I mean, this AI for integration
Yes.
is an area that is for me maybe as a kind of
Yes.
being around for a
Yeah.
while. It's
Mhm.
maybe not so super exciting, but
Mhm.
still worth to mention.
Yes.
Um, it's mainly about developer productivity, right? To help
Yes. Mhm.
developers reach that goal faster, or even
Mhm.
maybe citizen integrators to be able
Yeah.
to do things in integration,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So, like, this generating iFlows with the help of natural language and maybe
Mhm.
other uh, input, yeah, structures
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
specifications. I think that is one use case, and I think this was also shown like 2 years ago already in a demo, right?
Yes, actually, we
Um,
have this already for quite some time. So we would
mm,
say like three use cases. So design, so developer productivity, where we have this
mm,
iFlow generation proposal, which we already showed last year. And we have it already in the integration advisor in our B2B add-on for many
mm,
years, where we can generate the interface descriptions, the mapping
mm,
descriptions. The iFlow designer provides you a proposal, what could be three steps,
mm,
what you could use after the next, after your current iFlow step. No?
mm,
So
mm,
it's developer experience, improved developer experience, also improved operations. So anomaly detection, for example, we can detect anomalies, so unusual high API volumes, unusual high API error rates, and unusual long API delays. So
mm,
latency, for example, so enhanced operations, and also improved time, accelerated time to move from on-premise to cloud.
mm,
This is
mm,
also the third use case. So we also provide with AI. We're currently working on a migration agent which can convert adapter modules and Java mappings into Groovy scripts.
mm, mm.
So also
Okay.
accelerated time to move from on-premise to cloud. These would
Yeah.
be the three use cases
Mm,
where
mm,
we leverage AI capabilities within the SAP Integration Suite.
Okay, okay, that is great. That is really
Yes.
cool. And
Uh-huh.
this topic around traffic and anomaly
Uh-huh.
detection, also traffic
Detection.
prediction, this is only for API management capability, right?
Yes,
Oh,
at the
okay.
moment, at the moment, it's limited to it's an extension of the API management capability. As you rightly mentioned, so we have the anomaly detection, and also based on historical traffic data, we can also predict your upcoming
Mm,
API volume, where you can
mm,
see always on a Saturday, for example, my sales goes up because of my of the shopping behavior
mm.
of my customers, for example. This is
Okay.
currently limited to API management. Finally, we're also re-architecturing our stack. On the edge integration side, already we brought API management and cloud integration closer together. We also
Mm,
plan to do this in the cloud.
mm,
And then I could also imagine that this API anomaly detection will be also then extended to the iFlow capability, because anyway, it's on one stack together.
mm.
So hopefully in the future we will also see this anomaly detection and traffic prediction also for the iFlows.
That would be nice. That would be nice because then this would kind of cut out the RPG component in the stack,
Mhm.
right? And then
Yes.
having this
A
rather, new or let's say more,
yes,
yeah,
unified
yeah, unified approach.
design
Nice.
time and unified runtime, also only one call.
Mm-hmm.
In the two-day stack, we have an API call which you have to license, and a cloud integration call which needs to be licensed. But in this unified stack is one design time, like this
Mm-hmm.
API artifact which we have already on the edge integration side. We will also get this in the cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just one runtime. So also one call,
Yeah,
even a
yeah,
combined API
yeah.
and iFlow call.
Yeah, that's really interesting. We had also conversations yesterday on the conference, and we spoke
Mhm.
about migrations, and then
Yes.
customers in the past migrating from XI to PI, from PI to PO, from PO to
Mhm.
HCI or Neo later,
Mhm.
right? And
Yes.
then from Neo to Cloud Foundry. So the next one will be probably from, I mean,
Mhm.
it will be still on Cloud Foundry, but the flavor will
Yes.
be different, right? So
Yes.
iFlows
Yeah.
might be changing to also include the APIs. So I
Yes.
trust there will be a migration path for that for sure.
Yes, we will do the migration actually. So for the cloud
Okay,
integration capability, it's completely, we will do this under the hood, to not
okay,
impose another migration to our customers. So,
that
and
is
the
good.
iFlows will be
Oh,
fully compatible. Yeah. What we would recommend actually is the upgrade readiness
hmm,
guidelines. So there will be
yeah,
also upcoming Camel upgrade, from Camel 3 to Camel 4. So any Camel dependency, this upgrade readiness check design guidelines they
hmm,
can detect. So in this so this would be always recommended for upcoming
hmm,
platform upgrades, that customers get more and more independent of Camel
hmm,
dependencies in their Groovy scripts, to
hmm.
always run regularly these upgrade readiness checks, and then the
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
would
very
be
good. I mean, this is. I mean, there was also a keynote regarding security in the AI
Mhm.
context, but also security
Yeah.
in general is a topic that some
Yes.
maybe integration experts are kind of pushing to the
Mhm.
end of the developments, right? Like, okay, we
Mhm.
activate encryption
Yeah.
or use a more secure authentication
Mhm.
method, but uh,
Mhm.
that's not always a given
Yeah.
when it comes to security
Yes.
topics, but uh, I wanted to point out something regarding the security, but I wasn't sure. I was about
Mhm.
to go towards
Uh-huh.
the other part of AI in Integration
Yes.
Suite, which is
Yes.
that many customers are using integration or using AI
Mhm.
capabilities directly,
Yes.
yeah, natively, somehow point
Yes.
to point, and not through an integrated approach, right?
Yes.
So, and one of the goals here for
Mhm.
SAP as well with Integration Suite is also to put the iPaaS, the integration layer,
Yes.
uh, into the game, right? Being part
Mhm.
of the
Yeah.
interaction with the LLMs, with agents or
Mhm.
agentic integration. Um, how does it work from an idea point of view?
Yes.
What is the
Eh,
thought behind from SAP
Yes.
here?
Thank you, Adam, for this question. And I know you're also along in the integration space, and you also see the danger that the AI agents will be floating around in an organization, and we will get the same spaghetti landscape where agents are not really governed, but talk to each other and independently, not governed. So that's why we also clearly see the agents as yet another set of application or backend systems to be
Mhm,
integrated and to be governed. So we use the same principles with an iPaaS to govern, integrate, and orchestrate the integration with the AI agent. So there's our authentic AI use cases. So enabling the integration suite. The integration with the AI agent is just a natural extensions of SAP Integration Suite. So we will just extend the API measurement capability with one checkbox, MCP enablement, which
mhm,
then where can at the moment enable any APIs in the future, also iFlows and events as well with just one checkbox. You can
mhm,
enable the MCP tools, or the MCP server will be generated, and then you can just flag each of your API entities, account, or contact with all the operations as MCP tools.
mhm,
Yeah, so it's just a natural extension. So when you generate an API artifact, you can just click on MCP enablement, and you can generate the MCP server and the corresponding tools that you
mhm,
would like to expose. And the second extension of the API measurement capability would be the AI gateway, where we then
mhm,
provide AI specific policies.
mhm,
They can limit the number of calls that you would like to do with the AI agents. Then you can do a governance on the prompt, so that the prompts are compliant. For example, that are sent to the LLMs or to the AI agents. You can limit the number of tokens, for example. So we will also extend the API measurement capability again, which is anyway combined with the cloud integration capability. We can also govern the integration with the AI agent. So the iPaaS is also an enabler for the integration with the AI agents, and we have the monitoring functionality in Integration Suite. We will also monitor it via cloud application lifecycle management.
mhm,
What we are currently thinking of is, since the AI agents are non-deterministic, that we might integrate, provide an AI flow,
mhm,
which uses the MCP protocol to integrate these multiple AI agents.
mhm,
Yeah, this is currently also work in progress, and it will be just a simple iFlow, which you can then extend with AI agents, or whether we will get like an AI flow,
mhm.
an agentic iFlow to orchestrate the agents.
Oh, okay,
But at the
okay.
end, it will be all a natural extension of SAP Integration Suite.
Okay.
Integration Suite as the enabler of agentic use cases with an AI gateway. And by the way, talking about Gartner, Gartner also plans to launch an AI, a Magic Quadrant for AI gateways.
Hmm?
This is
Okay.
currently in the thinking. So besides the API management MQ and the iPaaS MQ, also now a third MQ is in the thinking by Gartner to be launched. And also we have this boat MQ
Mhm.
for business orchestration and automation tools. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So maybe let's take one step back. So let's
Uh-huh.
assume I have an OData API on S4, right?
Yes.
Which provides me with I don't
Mhm.
know, capabilities to query data about the business
Yeah.
partner or maybe about stock
Mhm.
availabilities and so on.
Yeah.
So this now I can then easily through an API proxy uh,
Yes.
provision as an MCP capability.
Server.
Yeah,
Yes. Mhm.
for without bigger effort, right? So I can
Yeah.
basically pick the sets, the entities that are part of the OData API to say, okay, this is
Mhm.
business partner, and then
Yeah.
query,
Mhm.
read, and then those are the, let's say, yeah, capabilities and tools
Mhm.
inside the MCP server. And
Yes.
then the protocol is understood by the agent wherever it is implemented,
Yes.
right? So it can
Exactly.
be N8N, it
It's
can be
uh
any Copilot, whatever
yeah.
environment, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
and so this I can understand is very, very simple. I guess it's harder
Mhm.
for if the REST API might not be very well
Mhm.
explained. So if you might not have an open API spec or if it's not so precisely defined in terms of what is available. Yeah? So you can
Mhm.
probably add some annotations to it to make it
Yes,
work as
exactly.
well, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool. So I was not part of the beta, that's why I'm asking.
Yes, yes,
But that
it
makes
was a
sense.
private beta, a closed beta,
Hmm.
and we plan to launch it in actually in Q2, which
Hmm.
is in a few weeks actually away, hopefully by Sapphire, or latest in June. But as you rightly described, it's very straightforward. So you
Okay.
just check this MCP enablement checkbox. You can then enable, or the server will be generated. You just expose then these tools
Hmm.
that you would like to expose. And documentation is also generated.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
quite straightforward to use. Currently, it would be limited to the APIs as
Hmm.
such, and then we will launch in Q3 this year. Then this new architect that we talked earlier about, it will also then include then the CPI, the cloud integration capabilities, and
That's
then
cool.
once this is in general availability end of this year, then also this MCP enablement should also work for the iFlows
Okay.
as such.
Great.
As
Great.
they
No,
shall be then generated via a API artifact, similar what we
mhm,
have on the Edge integration side. You would generate also an API artifact in the cloud,
mhm,
using also the cloud integration capabilities, and these then also plan to be MCP enabled in later
mm,
on events as well, but in the same methodology as a natural extension of our combined API management and cloud integration capabilities, all
good. Good.
part of Integration Suite.
Okay. Okay. And
Yes.
and MCP is one way you mentioned before,
Mhm.
right? So there are like two trends when it comes to agentic integration,
Yes.
right? So when
Mhm.
we have agents consuming capabilities in the AI context, right? And
Yes.
A2A, agent to agent communication,
Mhm.
is another flavor. Is this
Yeah.
then also supported in the long run, or is MCP the first throw here? Or is
Yes,
it-
for MCP is definitely the first one, which we have in private beta already available, no? And will go out, no? It's planned to go out in Q2. Agent to agent is still in exploration phase, I would say.
Mhm,
No? So it's still experiment. Google is investing into it, Solis a bit, and SAP a
mhm.
bit, no? But it's still too early to tell. Also, according to Gartner, MCP is the way to go. No?
Okay.
That's where also our competition goes
Okay.
with agent to agent, if we have still to distinguish. What we also do have, now speaking of this integration suite enabling agentic use cases, we also have an AI adapter
Mhm,
on
mhm,
integration suite. This is already available, and this AI adapter has two flavors. It can connect to any custom LLM that you would like to use, flavor number one,
mhm,
or flavor number two actually, and flavor number one, the generic flavor, is then to connect to our own Gen AI hub, in which we have bundled already up to 40 LLMs.
mhm,
So customers who have a license who have a license of our Gen AI hub already can anyway use up to 40 LLMs that we bundle, and
mhm.
our AI adapter per default can connect to our Gen AI hub.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
then
So
another way to connect directly to LLMs of your
yeah, yeah.
choice.
Yeah, so the hub is like a service in the BTP where I can connect to,
Yes,
let's say, ChatGPT or
the
to
Gemini,
Olama, Gemini, Anthropic,
yes,
whoever, right?
Claude, yeah,
Claude, exactly. And then the consumption is then deciding on which language model to be used, right?
yes, mhm,
And and then also the credits are managed over this account, right? And then
yes,
how you can integrate with.
exactly,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
So yeah, it makes sense. I mean, whatever I see here in the context is rather a direct usage of
Uh-huh.
the more, let's say, point to point and chaotic approach
Mhm.
of large language model
Mhm.
usage in the
Yeah.
applications. But the soon as you make it enterprise ready, and enterprise grade,
Yes.
the more you have to manage and make it more mature, and then think about also
Yeah.
operations and how to deal with it. But
Yes.
what one thing that also comes to my mind, also in discussion with customers, is
Mhm.
if integration suite is always part of every, let's say, connect to the LLM, of every
Mhm.
connect to,
Mhm.
let's say, ChatGPT or
Mhm.
Claude, um, won't this be super expensive if all the traffic gets routed through API proxies on
Sure.
Integration Suite?
Yes, sure. I mean, that's the nature of the business, or that's the also the benefits, of course, of the platform that we can govern and orchestrate and control
Mhm,
the access to the LLMs and to the AI agents. If customers can, of course, do this also directly,
mhm,
have fun with it, have fun with the monitoring, and also there the usage of the LLMs is probably anyway much larger and bigger and much more expensive than the
mhm,
pure usage of an integration suite. And the integration suite is the layer to control and govern the
mhm,
access and the authorization, who is allowed in the company to call which AI agents, how often, with API
mhm.
policies.
Yeah.
Now, this is, of course, the platform character and the benefits that the platform brings to the table, central monitoring.
Mhm,
But of
mhm.
course, it brings added value to the customer. And it's only natural that SAP, of course, there's a charge for it.
Yeah, yeah,
But of course, it is a controlled, but it, of course, it brings a governance to the AI agents
yeah.
integration. We want to avoid, customers need to avoid the spaghetti language, spaghetti landscapes, and
Mm.
especially with the AI agents, you can.
Yeah,
This can
yeah,
be even much more expensive to have an uncontrolled access to AI agents.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that is really the point, right? I mean, if you have only one pilot and one user and
Yeah,
one
that's
microservice or application that is consuming an API from
yeah,
OpenAI, that is simple, right? For that, you won't need an
yes,
integration platform,
yes,
right?
exactly.
But
Yeah,
as soon as you have a growing number of cases, and
yeah,
this will definitely be growing,
yes,
integration always makes sense, and not only
yeah,
from the monitoring perspective, but especially
yes,
from organizational structures and how to
yeah.
manage all of this.
Governance, you are the
Exactly.
experts, governance, for example,
Yeah,
central
yeah,
monitoring.
definitely,
Definitely.
definitely.
So,
And the price for it is rather low, at least
yes,
from what I can say, in
yes,
terms of routing
yeah,
everything through and proxy.
yeah,
It's not that high, even if you have millions of calls every month.
yes,
Yeah, so it's not
yeah, yeah,
that expensive, and should not be always mentioned as, oh, there is more cost and another
mhm,
point of
mm,
failure, and the
yeah,
failure is so low, and
yeah,
we have such a good uptime
yes,
overall, that those are the arguments that are, I would say,
yeah.
like from 20 years ago.
Yes, and there's also, good that you mentioned it. So, right, so the message volume prices are super small in
Mm,
comparison to the danger that you're exposed if you have an uncontrolled access to the LLMs or the AI agents in your company. And there's also one great use case, an advanced event mesh use case, also goes into this direction from a water company.
mm,
With the event mesh, you can control whether there are any leakages of your water pipelines, if there's any dirt coming into the freshwater cycle, for example. So it's
mhm.
a preventive measure. If you don't have it, you're exposed to so many risks.
Yeah, yeah,
And not
definitely. Yeah, it's a
using
good analogy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a governance. It's a
yeah.
governance security layer that you include with the integration suite. And as you also rightly mentioned, in enterprise ready usage, you need to have governance to any application, to any business partner, to any
Yeah.
government integrations, and also the same restrictions also apply. Same rules apply to the integration with AI agents.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then you can think of cases on top where you have all the
Mhm.
stats and the calls, and who are the consumers, who are the
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
what are the cases, and what are the also
Yeah.
response times, and maybe you can
Yes.
also see predictions, right? But based on
Yes.
the usage
Yes. Yes.
that
Yeah.
comes naturally and automatically with it.
Yeah.
What I
Actually, it's
really
also.
like, yeah,
Hmm?
go.
Sorry, I didn't want to
No, no. What I
interrupt.
really like is the fact that there are new API policies upcoming that are
Yes.
specific to AI
Mhm.
cases, right?
Mhm.
So not
Yes.
the typical, let's say, API policies we have in terms of throttling and
Spike arrest and
exactly, yeah, IP checks or whatever. now get new friends, right, from the AI
Yes.
department, and then
Perspective. Exactly. So
that
token
is super.
handling and controlling the language of your text that
Hmm
you
hmm
prompt.
yeah.
That's
That's really good.
that's
That's really good.
very important also. And there's also
Yeah,
another aspect, another benefit that this integration layer brings
yeah, definitely,
to
definitely.
the table.
Good. So did we cover all the AI
Mhm.
capabilities that are there, or shall we maybe have a look
Yeah,
at
I
what's
can.
also upcoming?
Yeah, I can summarize it a bit, and also what is upcoming. But what you said, Adam, is super great and super right. So we have basically with Integration Suite two flavors. One flavor is AI features within the suite, and another flavor is an Integration Suite for AI usage to control, govern, secure the access to the agent. So this is so this is coming in Q2 with the MCP protocol, and later this year we will also have the AI gateway with with AI specific API policies to like control the number of tokens, the language that you put into your prompt. We are also working on this agent-to-agent communication protocol. We see now how it will be adopted in the market. First, MCP is the way to go. Speaking of the beta program, what we will have is in Q3, then this cloud integration capability as this in this new architecture. So if you would like to join an early adapter program, so once the MCP server and the AI API gateway is available as released end of June. We will start immediately and beginning of Q3. Then this new architecture also adding the cloud integration capability. If you would be interested, that would be great. We also have RAG use cases for augmentation and training the data or feeding or updating the database, for example, for and there we plan to provide prepackaged content on the Business Accelerator Hub. This is work in progress. And also this AI flow to orchestrate the agents as an extension of the iFlows, for example. And what is just was released are the dual skills and dual agents in the Business Accelerator Hub. This would be, I think, the most
API.sap.com, right?
.com, exactly, Adam. Now, this would be the most exciting upcoming capabilities for, just can quickly check here on my list here. Another great capability now is talking more on AI features within the suite. We are currently working also on integration of Joule. Joule for integration, for generating the iFlows in Integration Suite. It will be always more simple example integration flows. I think the expert can always generate iFlows much faster than formulating a complex text. We are working now also on two PO migration agents, one for the adapter modules and one for the Java mappings conversion into Groovy scripts, and also an AI-assisted API specification document generation, and also a test agent which can generate test data, test cases. And I also got yesterday a couple of times the requirement also documentation should be generated once a customer generates a new iFlow. This is a test agent which is currently in the making, and also a configuration agent which can also provide better proposals when configuring yet another iFlow based on previous iFlow configurations. In the future, maybe also with LineX information where we also have landscape information coming from LineX. So there are multiple investigations what a configuration agent can help customers in the configuration of the integration flows.
So the current configuration agent would be something where you are inside the iFlow, right? In the graphical low-code environment, and you click on what's next, and then you get a proposal based on the experience. What would be typically coming now, right? Like a Groovy script or a XSLT mapping, or based on the context. And this will be further enhanced with better better integrations. That's cool. Also, testing. I think it's an important topic for many customers, having to rely on add-ons and partners currently in that space, right? Where test-driven
Yes.
development and integration is also a topic for many
Mm-hmm.
companies, right? To do
Mm-hmm.
non-regression testing, but also support
Oh,
integration testing, right?
yeah.
But having agents for that, collecting payloads and then validating
Mm-hmm.
after a
Yes.
change against the result
Mm-hmm.
would be really cool.
Cool, yes.
That's nice.
And
That's
speaking
very
of
good.
payloads, we're also working on a payload-based anomaly detection, so unusual high
Mhm.
payloads. This is also currently in the
Ah,
working more towards end of this year.
okay.
So a payload-based anomaly detection.
Okay, okay. That's nice. That's very good. That's
Yeah,
very
so
good.
exciting new AI capabilities within the suite and
Yeah.
more capabilities that helps customers to use Integration Suite as a key enabler to integrate and orchestrate and govern the integration with LLMs and AI agents.
Nice, nice. Good. And then, yeah, maybe to close our
Mhm.
session today, in the past, the only way to access those features, the AI capabilities as a SAP customer,
Yes.
having integration suite already, the
Mhm.
only way was to either you have the premium edition, right, and you are happy, and then I think
Uh-huh.
this comes with 4 tenants automatically
Yes.
and some traffic already, right, and it's a kind of a, I wouldn't say luxury version, but already a very well equipped approach,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Now there is a new edition, right, which you are
Yes.
about to launch. Can you tell us more
Yes.
about it?
Yes, okay. It's the enhanced edition. Actually, it's already available. So the enhanced edition
Okay.
is available. It's an add-on for the standard edition. It's just a commercial add-on, so customers
Mhm.
can stay on their same tenant, so they don't have to
Oh,
move technically. It's
that's
just a
good.
commercial add-on, basically. It's between the standard edition and premium edition, and it
Mhm.
has a couple of add-ons in the mix, namely
Mhm.
not only the AI features, but the AI features are included here. Then a 100 advanced event mesh broker is included. The AI document service is included. The alert notification service is included. The transport service is included, and
Mhm.
500,000 of messages. So speaking of number of messages, also the enhanced edition includes 500,000 messages per month.
Whereas the default is like 10K, right? 10,000.
10,000 for the standard edition and 1 million for the premium edition.
Okay, so 500
Yes. Of
K
half
is
a
already
million is quite good. Speaking of number of
something,
messages,
yeah,
no?
to start
Yes,
with.
yes.
No?
So it's
Nice.
already available, genau, exactly, and customers can take a look. Ne? The AI features are currently not metered, but the metering will come in Q3.
Hmm.
No, so
Okay.
currently, but you still have to, of course, license the enhanced edition, and then you
Hmm.
can leverage all these capabilities that I just
And you can
listed.
also activate it for one tenant only, and then
Yes,
play
it's
around,
per
test,
tenant.
and then okay.
Exactly,
So
it's per
that's
tenant.
like an add-on.
Yes, yes.
That's nice. That's nice. And I mean, the other ones, like having advanced event mesh within
Mhm.
is really also cool. Yeah, I
Yes,
think
it's
that's also
cool. Yeah.
new. That's
Hmm.
not part of the premium edition, even, right? So
Yes, exactly,
uh,
exactly. And the
that
document
is,
AI service also not part of premium edition, so it also has
yeah.
some goodies which are not even included in the premium edition. Good point, Adam.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's maybe also for many customers who are, having issues with event mesh, because event mesh
Mhm.
is usually not the issue about
Mhm.
throughput and then payload size. The issue is usually about the handling and
Mhm.
the retry capabilities that are limited
Yes,
and then cloud
yes.
integration, right? So
Yeah.
it's much
Mhm.
nicer to use the advanced event
And
mesh
that's, mhm.
capabilities here. Yeah. So that's really good. Yeah. And
Mhm.
document AI is like, it's rather to get access to unstructured documents, right? And
Exactly, and
things like that.
train them also, that they can recognize invoices, for example. A lot of customers spend a lot of manual work on going through invoices and
Mm-hmm,
confirming invoices. For unstructured data, you can train
hmm.
the document AI service and how in your company an invoice, for example, looks like, and then you
Yeah.
can automate your invoicing, for example. And
Yeah. Not
it's
only. Yeah.
probably with
Yeah.
80-90%, it helps you to automate it. Some rest you might still have to double check, but it
But
relieves you.
also Excel sheets, right? I mean,
Mhm.
this is also like
Yes, yes.
documents you can
Mm.
train, right? And
Mhm.
I think we all would be shocked if we see how many Excel documents are exchanged with calculations, with quotes, with all this stuff that
yeah,
also
manual.
deserves to get analyzed, structured, and processed automatically.
Yes.
We cannot have
Hmm.
humans do this all the time.
Yes. So it all
Yeah, yeah,
helps you to save a lot of manual work, this document AI service. It's also partner
yeah.
of the enhanced edition and not partner of the premium edition.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really good,
Hmm.
yeah, we have to play around with a lot of stuff right now.
Hmm.
We as a partner and also the
Yep.
entire community. So I think this could be there are interesting times now also for the
Hmm.
integration people. Usually the AI people had their own space and they're doing their
Hmm.
fast lane exploration projects. But now this
Yes.
comes finally into production and now hits the environments and
Yeah. It's
needs
the
to be
right
managed
time
as well. Yeah,
to
yeah.
use it, and we are now also part of the game
Yes,
of the
yes, definitely.
next.
No, it's well
Yes.
deserved because it's
Yeah.
important and
Yes.
point to point is not the way to go, as I
Not
always say, right?
at all. Yeah, not at all. And don't do the same mistakes from the past. Now with the AI agents, only one AI agent. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah,
It will.
yeah.
It's the
Oh,
same. There will be many more AI agents, very likely in every organization, and you need to control them.
definitely, definitely. Great, cool. Yeah, so I think that was a very good deep dive,
Mhm.
Udo. Thanks a lot.
Yes. Mhm.
I also learned new stuff here, and then
Yeah.
hopefully you, as a
Yes.
watching person listening to the
Mhm.
podcast, also have some takeaways. So thanks a
Mhm.
lot, Udo.
Mhm.
Was a
Yeah, thank
pleasure
you.
again,
Yeah, thank you, Adam, for
and
inviting me. Always a pleasure talking to you. Looking forward
thank you very much.
to our next podcast, or to any questions that we receive from this podcast. Please always reach out to us directly, no? Adam or
Definitely,
myself.
always, and yeah, also
Mhm.
come back with other topics you might want to
Yeah.
be highlighted and deep dived into. So
Yes.
thanks a lot, everyone, and
Mhm.
thanks, Udo, and talk to you next time.
Talk to you next time. Thank you, Adam. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone, for
Bye
listening. Bye
bye.
bye.
How mature is your organization when it comes to integration topics? Find out for free with our Integration Maturity Assessment at wint.co/IMA. That's whint.co/IMA. In case you want to take control of your integration landscape to increase transparency and automate your integration quality processes, please schedule a call at wint.co/contact. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to our podcast. See you next time.